Now on floor, the world champion, Simone Biles.
You heard the screams, right? Well, it's hard not to hear for sure, and it's definitely welcome. After all, fans are understandably overjoyed to see Simone Biles back on track. Well, Matt.
Of the season for Simone Biles in the lead up to Paris, and she will start on balance beam.
Yep, Biles finally made her season debut a few days ago, and fans are excited to see more of her. For her part, Simone aims to enjoy the sport she loves.
Everything that I've been through, I want to push the limits. I want to see how far I can go. I want to see what I'm still capable of.
At 27, she has achieved so much that she is an inspiration to many. Because of this, many had been patiently or impatiently waiting for her return to the sport after a few months away from it. So when it was announced that she would be competing at the 2024 Core Classic field ahead of the Paris Olympics, fans were thrilled. The event was especially anticipated since it served as a pre-Olympics tune-up featuring the most star-studded crop of female gymnasts in history, including Simone Biles and two other all-around Olympic gold medalists from the United States. Well, supposedly. It was initially announced that Biles, the most decorated gymnast in all of gymnastics, would be joined at the Core Classic by Suni Lee, the all-around champion at the Tokyo Olympics, and Gabby, 2012 gold medalist who is making her return to competition after 8 years. The three were set to vie against more than 50 competitors for spots at the 2024 Xfinity U.S. National Championships ahead of the 2024 Paris Olympics this summer. According to an announcement from USA Gymnastics, never before have three all-around gold medalists graced the floor at the same meet, but they will not be alone in the star power registered for Hartford. In total, the registrant list includes 13 Olympic, World Championship, and/or Pan American Games medalists. As earlier mentioned, the Core Classic was meant to kick off the qualifying process for this year's Summer Olympics, and was expected to draw major crowds for a gymnastics cast led by Biles, who is coming off her most recent World Championships triumph in October, where she took gold in the all-around, balance beam, floor, and team events, breaking several records in the process. As you all know, Biles returned to competition for the first time at the 2023 Core Classic since the Tokyo Olympics, where she struggled with a mental health scare and eventually withdrew from most of her events. In her much-awaited comeback, Biles took core gold in the all-around, beam, and floor, qualifying for the 2023 U.S. Nationals, where she repeated in all three events, including a record 8th national championship in the all-around. Biles also became the oldest ever female national champion in gymnastics at 26 years old, and in April, received the 2024 Laurelis World Sports Award for Comeback of the Year. Unsurprisingly, in her season debut at the recently concluded Core Hydration Classic, Simone Biles made sure to make a statement victory. The competition took place on May 17th and 18th at the XL Center in Hartford, where Biles, coincidentally, first broke onto the scene in 2013 as the U.S. national champion in the all-around, commencing a nearly unbroken streak of greatness over the next decade. There, in her first gymnastics meet of 2024, Biles scored 59.5 points, her best all-around total since returning to competition in 2023 for the first time since the Tokyo Olympics. She prevailed by 1.85 points over two-time world all-around medalist Shilisi Jones. "I was just happy to be back out there, get through those nerves again, feel that adrenaline," she said in an interview later on. "I can't really complain how the first meet back was." It was also in Hartford where Biles performed one of her signature floor skills, the Biles 2 or triple double, for the first time since the Tokyo Olympics. She performed one of her signature vaults, the Biles 2 or Yurchenko double pike, more familiarly known as double backflip, without a coach spotting her in competition for the first time since 2021 too. For context, Coach Laurent Londy spotted her at meets in 2023 out of precautionary safety, including a half-point deduction. What a way to jumpstart her 2024 season, don't you think? After all, she just won her 7th career Core Hydration Classic all-around title. Biles scored a dominant 59.500 in all-around competition and claimed the all-around crown in a field of 49 senior gymnasts in Hartford. Her gold medal performance on floor exercise with 14.800 and silver medal winning uneven bars with 14.550 and balance beam with 14.550 routines helped solidify her all-around title. She also posted the highest score of the night on vault with 15.600. Shalisi Jones, on the other hand, took the second-place podium spot with a 57.650 and also collected bars gold with an impressive 15.250 on the apparatus, and tied with Kalia Lincoln on floor for silver with a 14.000. Jordan Childs won all-around bronze with a 55.450 and tied with Trinity Thomas for bronze on bars with a 14.300. Jade Carey from Oregon State University claimed vault gold after a 2-vault average of 14.255, 14.300, and 14.150, making her 4th win in the event at Classic. Meanwhile, Suni Lee secured the beam title with a 14.600. Overall, Biles had the single highest score on 2 of the 4 apparatuses, floor exercise and vault, and second best score on the balance beam behind Suni Lee and uneven bars behind Jones. More than the wins, though, Biles is delighted for her husband's support. In an Instagram post, she shared a picture of her and Jonathan Owens with the caption, "The best supporter, I couldn't ask for a better husband." Obviously, Owens' presence at the competition meant a lot to her, but fans noticed more than the evident love and support between the two athletes. It didn't miss the fans' attention that Simone performed an impressive new floor routine that surprisingly featured Taylor Swift's hit song, "Ready for It." In a clip shared on X by a fan, Biles began her floor routine to music with strong beats that ramped up in speed, setting the pace and high energy of the performance. Fans familiar with "Ready for It" quickly recognized the tune, even though Swift's vocals were missing, as singing is not allowed in gymnastics routine songs. Although the song transitioned into other songs as it went on, the "Ready for It" intro really impressed Swifties. As most of you know, the connection and respect between Biles and Swift runs deep, and not just because their respective beaux are known football players. Speaking of famous people, for those wondering why Gabby hasn't been mentioned so far, you should know that Douglas, who is eyeing her 3rd Olympic team at 28 years old, pulled out of the competition after struggling on the uneven bars in the first rotation. She hit a clean set in warm-ups, but fell twice in the event in competition for a 10.100. Ahead of the competition, she spoke about how excited she was to be competing, in general, and especially how much it meant to compete with such a great group of young gymnasts. While everything didn't go as planned at the event, the crowd was behind her 100%. This doesn't come as much of a surprise, since the 2012 Olympic all-around champion worked incredibly hard to return to competition. Most of you are probably aware that she returned to competition for the first time since the 2016 Rio Olympics at the American Classic in Katy, Texas in late April. She placed 10th in the all-around there, but her scores on the vault and the balance beam qualified her to compete in the 2 events at the U.S. Championships. Anyhow, the recently concluded 2024 Core Hydration Classic started the process for 2024 Olympic team qualifying in earnest, serving as the final opportunity for women's artistic athletes to qualify for the 2024 Xfinity U.S. Championships, which will be held on May 30th to June 2nd in Fort Worth, Texas. At the championships, the national team roster that will compete at the U.S. Olympic trials on June 27th to the 30th in Minneapolis will be chosen. So, as mentioned, next on the road to the Paris Olympics for Simone Biles will be the U.S. Championships in Texas, which we will definitely keep an eye on. For now, watch this to see how other athletes are vying for a spot in the team going to Paris as well.